Yeah, well, look, we have a legal case and I would say a cultural case. So we've just dissected the legal case, and the fact that they're going for this third-degree murder charge, I think, is setting up what will become the cultural case, which is fairly obvious that unless he gets a full conviction on all accounts, there is going to be massive riots. Like that to me is a far-gone conclusion. To the idea that we allow certain people to select certain areas in certain cities where police can no longer go, and the laws of the United States or of that particular state or city no longer apply, is already a concession that is so extraordinary that, of course, what the people want, what the Antifa people, the Black Lives Matter people, and I would say a lot of the progressive politicians, including Keith Ellison, and this is a really dangerous idea, that they want more unrest. So I think he's intentionally going with this high charge, and short of a full conviction, and I think whatever that means, even if there was a full conviction, they would still find a way to go ahead with the violence they have planned, because that's part of the battle right now. It's not just a legal battle, it's a cultural battle.
Yeah. That's why there should be a change of venue. This case should not be tried in a large city in Minnesota. This case should be tried in a rural area where there is no personal fear that there will be danger or repercussions, because the last thing you want any juror to think is, I don't want my family hurt. And if I come and vote for an acquittal, this could affect me and my family and my community. Whereas if I vote to convict, everybody's going to be safe, everybody's going to be fine. That cannot affect a juror's perception if the Constitution is to be followed. And so a change of venue, I don't know whether they're thinking about anonymous jurors in this case. That happens in some cases. There are lots of techniques that can be used to reduce the prejudicial impact. Because, look, this is the most important crime, put aside capital, whether, all that, but the most important murder in modern memory. No murder, no killing, let's use the word killing and be neutral, no death of a person has ever singularly produced more change, not only in Minnesota, not only in the United States, but around the world. The death of this man changed what's going on around the world. It is a major cultural, political, historical event. And for a judge to ignore that would be to abdicate his responsibility. He has to assure justice under circumstances where it's going to be very difficult to get justice done here.
In both a micro and
John,
macro
can I
sense.
just say one other thing?
One more thing, David, and I'll let you talk. One more on a micro and macro sense too. Here, they called for defunding the police as a result of this, and right now the Hennepin County Courthouse is surrounded by National Guard and surrounded by razor wire, and this is the effect that happens. They want to defund the police, but what you get in return is the National Guard to fill the void. Dave, go ahead.
Well, because of what Professor Dershowitz just said there, that's the point, that if they had gone for the first degree and second degree, virtually everybody across the political spectrum and all over the world would have said justice was done here if he was convicted of those two things. But now, by taking this leap, they're setting us up for further destruction. They're setting us up for further upheaval and everything else. And that really is the danger here. And again, I kind of think that that's sort of what Keith Ellison, as the Attorney General, wants, that he is setting us up for that situation. Otherwise, perhaps he would be doing his job and they would be going into that autonomous zone and closing it right now. Why is it open?
Because the only reason it's open is because it's politically unpopular to close it down. That's the only